Good morning, students. Welcome to Alphos e-learning classes. Now today we are going to study same first year economics, that is fourth unit. Okay, in that production analysis, you can see that economics first year, unit fourth, production analysis. We did completed first three chapters. Now in the fourth unit, yesterday we started with what are the factors of production. You know, we have gone through this process a long time back with plenty of times, that is 4 factors of production. But this time we added one more, that is fifth one is technology. These 5 makes the production possible nowadays. Okay, so yesterday we have completed land and labor. In that one we have seen characteristics of land, and we studied what are actually called as land in economics language. Means the concept of land in economics is different and in general usage it is different. Now after that we have seen labor. What is labor? Generally people think labor means who do the real hard, physical hard work. He is a laborer. And they don't have any respect in general society. But in economics, labor have a lot of respect, because he is the reason of all productivity. He is the reason of all sort of demand. He is the reason of all supply. Because labor does not mean any only physical hard worker, but anyone who sell their experience, talent, skills, hard work and knowledge, whatever. When he is working for salary, he is a laborer. Whoever works for the wage, he is a laborer in simple economics language. Your father may be a government employee, but still he is serving a government where he is getting the wage. But okay, labor law definition is different again, legal language. But here in economics, whoever sell the skills, experience, time, hard work, efforts, all these comes into the labor. So I am also a laborer, your father is also a laborer. Okay, so from now onwards, let us forget labor means he doesn't have any respect. No, labor means everyone who sell their efforts. Now we will see division of labor. Yesterday we had a deep discussion about division of labor. Means the same work. Here you have to understand labor, laborer. Laborer means it's a noun. Labor means verb. The work which a laborer do is labor. Labor work is done by a laborer. So we use casually labor. Okay. So here we have seen the characteristics and division of labor. The same work, if divided to some people and given that work divided, they will become expert in that particular work. So in that way productivity increases, etc., etc. This is the recap of yesterday what we learned. Today we will see the next factors of productions: land, labor, capital. Today first topic is capital. What is capital? We generally think capital means money or wealth. No, actually capital is part of wealth. Let us assume a person have buildings, gold, cash, lot of things. Those all things become wealth. Out of that wealth, I told you, no, buildings, land, cash, gold, diamonds. Out of that cash, he invested some cash on a business. That amount will be turned to capital. So capital is part of wealth, and this capital which is being invested is going to create production, and it support the flow of income. So capital comes from wealth. So that's why wealth is a stock concept. Stock. Out of that stock, some stock has been invested into the business. That stock which did come out of wealth is capital. So as well as wealth, even capital is also a stock concept. Be careful about these concepts, because generally in objective questions they will ask this type of questions. Like capital is, they will put flow, it's a stock concept, it is a flow concept, it is both A and B, or none of the above. You have to remember, wealth and capital are stock concepts, and at the same time income is a flow concept. See, from wealth capital comes out, from capital income comes out. When you go for the production process, income generates. That income is going to be a flow concept, and it comes back and it increases the wealth. See, wealth is increased by the income. Your forefathers worked very hard, and with that income they purchased some lands. That lands have been used in productivity purpose, and your grandfather produced a lot of grains and he sold them and he earned a lot of money and he purchased some more lands. See, this is all wealth. And now your father is again generating the income, and he is going on increasing the wealth. That is a stock. So that income which is generated by the wealth and capital regenerate the wealth. If I am a software engineer, my parents didn't left me anything. Let's assume my parents didn't left me anything. I am a software employee. What I get? It is wage. That is income. Income is a flow concept. But with that money, I purchased a piece of land, 10 acres of land. That is going to be what? Wealth, stock. So this flow generates a stock, and stock generates a flow. Now let us come back to capital. This capital is very useful for the production process. Even though directly it won't work, but it makes the labor to work, laborer to do the labor. So here we need to remember capital is a very important factor, like land and labor. Without this, production is very, very tough and rather impossible. Now we will see different types of capital. Real capital and human capital. What is real capital? Which you see like buildings, land, commodities, fans, machinery, tools, all that comes under real capital. Real capital help the humans to work and increase the production. Then what is human capital? Human capital is a very important one. Already you know, without human nothing is possible. Okay, human capital is the people knowledge, skills, hard work and their training. This all comes under human capital. When human capital is attached with real capital or physical capital, the output is going to be possible. You may be thinking, robo knowledge. Even those robos or robotics have to be manufactured, or robots have to be made by human capital only. The humans who got that knowledge, they make the robo. That robo is going to help in the production. That robo becomes real capital, and that is going to be operated by human capital. So both are important. When these both come together, production is possible. Next, individual and social capital. Individual capital means which belongs to one person or one firm. Like, it is your house that belongs to your father's property. That is individual capital. At your home, the fan, the chairs, the tables, sofas, house, everything belongs to your father. That is individual capital. Whereas when we go to the bus stand, that belongs to whom? In the bus stand you will see buses, chairs, tables, plenty of things, lights, etc. Whom those things belongs to? A park, a public garden, or the street lights on the road. Whom they all belongs to? They all belongs to society. That is called as social capital. Individual capital may be for one person or a firm. You used to go to school. In the school, there are tables, furniture, etc. Are they belongs to you? No, they does not belongs to you. Yeah, even though you used to say, this is my bench, this is my chair, I have to sit here, you don't sit here. But it all belongs to whom? Management or organizer who is running that school. See, it is his property, that organizer property, the school property. It is an individual property. But when you go to the bus stand, you never can say these things because it belongs to society. So that is social capital. Fixed and variable capitals. Fixed capital means which cannot be changed in a short run, in a short period. That can be called as fixed capital. Certain commodities cannot be changed within a short period. Those all are called as fixed capital. Like your house. Can you increase the land area all of a sudden? No, you cannot. In a short period, you cannot. In a long period, it is possible. If the neighbor is selling his house, you can purchase that and you can increase the land area of your house. But when it happens, long period, not in a short period. Within a week, I want to increase the land area of my house. Can it be possible? No. Which you cannot change in a short period is called as fixed capital. Which you can change in a short period is variable capital. Within a short period, whichever you can change. Like certain things can be purchased. In a short period, you can go and purchase and get the things. Those all are called as variable capital. Fixed capital, variable capital. Okay, fixed capital can be changed but in long period, but in short period it is not possible. Variable capital, we can change them in short period, so it is possible to change in the long period also. So here we will see two types of periods: short period, long period. Short period belongs to fixed capital, long period belongs to, in the short period fixed capital cannot be changed, only in the long period fixed capital can be changed. But variable capital can be changed in short period as well as long period. So long period belongs to fixed, short period belongs to variable capitals. Okay, now we will see. Let us see these two things more detailedly, because in the coming future we are going to discuss this. Out of 4 factors of production, which can be changed in short period, which can be changed in long period? Let us see. Land, you cannot change in a short period. Capital, it is very hard to change in the short period. It takes long period. You have to go to a bank or you have to liquidate something and get the cash. No. But labor can be changed in a short period. Yes. He is a variable capital. Labor can be changed in short period. You can appoint more labor. Fourth is what? Organizer cannot be changed in short period. Technology cannot be changed in short period. Technology is, to change the technology, you have to change all the machinery. Everything has to be changed. So 4 things are fixed capital. Only one thing, that is labor, is variable capital. Okay. Now we will go to the next one: tangible, intangible. Tangible capital means whichever you can see, like real capital. Whichever you can touch, those are all are tangible capital. Means buildings, machinery, tools, etc., etc. Everything comes under this tangible. Your computers, keyboard, those are all tangible capital. What is intangible capital? That is the services, rather patent rights, and some things like you can register on your name and no one can use that. Even on the names you can take the patent right. Those are all copyrights. If you write a book, there is a copyright on these things. Sometimes 20 years to 100 years you can have a patent. Even on the songs you have a copyright. So all those things comes under this intangible capital, because they also produce the income. Sometimes even the movie names will become intangible capital. If they registered that movie name and if someone else uses that movie name, they can go to the court. It is so simple that even a name is also an intangible property or capital. And now we will see what are the main things, how it is going to help us in production. With capital, we can purchase tools, machines, plenty of things. That is going to help us to produce more commodities. It will make the labor to work harder. It gives motivation to the labor. If you have new machinery, new raw material, new things, then automatically production will increase. For innovations, for research and development, for everything, you need the capital. Whatever you want to develop within the organization, always you need the capital to be inserted. So here we will see this capital is going to be really useful in our day-to-day life. And here we will see capital formation. What is meant by capital formation? Capital formation means whatever the wealth they are going to invest in the capital, in the organization or for the production, that investment is called capital. At the same time, the savings of the people will be accumulated at one place and that will be turned to invest in any organization. That is also called as capital formation. I give you some examples. As your father gets some income, your mother, your uncles, they are keeping their money in the bank. Do you think that money in the bank they are going to put to aside? No, they accumulate the total amount and they invest that amount, or they give loans of that amount to the organizers to run the business. That gathering the money at one place is called as capital formation. This capital formation is one of the way of developing the total economy. For the economical development, for the employment creation, we need the capital. That is done by the banks particularly. Banks do a lot of services to our economy. Now we will go to the next point, organizer or organization. What is an organization? Your school is an organization which is directly participating in the production process, and the person who is running the organization is an organizer, and this organizer have to take a lot of risk, plenty of types of risks. In fact, he have to give his personal time, personal life, personal knowledge, hard work, everything. Maybe you are thinking the same things are done by the labor too. Yesterday we have studied labor too, but there is a difference. Labor works for the wage, but organizer work for profit, and capital gets interest. We already discussed these things plenty of times previously. That's why I am not forcing that. Capital gets its interest because it is done by a lot of sacrifices. Capital is created by a lot of sacrifices. So they are supposed to get some returns. That return is interest. And organizer's returns is what? Profit. Don't think he is going to get the profit. He sometimes have to face risk of losses also. When he has to face the risk of losses, his personal property, his income, sometimes whole things, whatever he got, has to put at risk. If he gets the profit, but if he won't get, and if the things turns upside down, then his total property going to disappear. That's why he is the person, really a great person, who is making all the production. He is the person who accumulate or gather 3 factors of or 4 factors of production at one place and creates he makes the production. Land without organizer, it is barren. It is just like that, laid out. Without organizer, labor will be sleeping at home. Without which he won't work. He has to take the bank loans, he has to invest his own amount. Whatever he gets, he has to take the personal loans, and with that amount, he has to get these 3 or 4 factors of production together: land, labor, and capital from banks, and technology he has to purchase. After gathering all these 4 factors, he have to take the decision which factor has to be used more, which factor has to be used less. He have to try different combinations to get maximum output. Already we have seen what is production: taking the inputs, creating the output. In this process, this organizer is going to use 4 factors: land, labor, capital and technology. Which has to be used more, which has to be used less, different combinations he has to try. With these different combinations, he tried to get maximum output or optimum output. Use less of inputs and try to get optimum output, maximum output. That is the cleverness or hard work or intelligence of an organizer. So see, nothing is less than any other thing. Without land, there is nothing, no production. Without labor, no production. Without capital, production is almost impossible. I won't say total impossible, but almost impossible. But what about the organizer? He is the one who is gathering all of them at one place, and he is the one who has to plan to sell that product. If he is anywhere gets struck up, he is going to get the loss, the risk of loss. See, always we work hard, but some unseen situations enters into our day-to-day life or in the economy. Did anyone seen that Corona is going to enter into the market? That it is going to affect the organizations? See, February, March, from April, all are shut down. All organizations are shut down. See, college fees, school fees, everything is stopped. How the school management is going to run the organization? Is it not really going to be a tough job? Then organizer, if unable to collect the fees, how he is going to pay the salaries? Here see how he is going to pay the EMIs. He is into the losses. That we can see here. Organizer is a great person. Next is technology. Everything nowadays to increase the production, technology plays a vital role. Technology is a important thing that can be sold, that can be purchased. It gets its own returns. So this technology is nowadays working really good. For manufacturing of cars, bikes, anything, you need the technology. Even in the education also nowadays technology entered. You are watching smart board, projector maintained education. What is that all? That is all simply technology. Now we will come to the production function. What is meant by production function? What are the factors is helping the production or the determinants of production is simply told in the production function. You have seen demand function. All the determinants of demand is put together. Here all the determinants of production is put together. Quantity of any commodity, X to A to Z, any commodity having functional relation with N, L, K, O, T. N, land, labor, capital, organization and technology. Yesterday we had a discussion how land and labor works out. Today we discussed about capital, organization and technology. When this 5 comes together, quantity of production starts. Okay, so this is production function. We have seen all those factors which help the production. So there is a functional relation between determinants of production and production itself. Now we will see law of variable proportion. Before I start this law of variable proportion, again I want to discuss the same thing, fixed and variable. Some factors are fixed factors, some factors are variable factors. Out of this 4, what? Land, labor, capital, organization and technology. What are fixed? What are variable? Short period you cannot change this, so it is fixed. Short period you can change this. Yeah, within 1 or 2 days you can change the labor in a short period. And capital in short period you cannot change. You have to go to a bank. It takes minimum weeks. And organization, the owner of the organization cannot be changed in a short period. And technologies also cannot be changed in a short period. What you can change? Labor and sometimes raw material. This can be changed in a short period. Immediately you can go to the market and you can purchase the raw material. Immediately you can appoint the labor. Within a week, within 1 or 2 days, you can change these 2 things. So these 2 things are variables and these are all fixed. So in the variable proportions, we will discuss about how fixed factors can be put fixed, and by changing the variable factors, how you can increase the production. It is the main duty of organizer. What he do? He will see that by changing the different combinations, he will change the combination. Some factors fixed, some factors variable. See, combination changed. Previously there was only one labor, here appoint two labor. Combination changed now. All other things are fixed. 4 factors fixed, but one factor is changing. That changing is a variable factor. That is called variable proportions. Changing of proportions. So by changing this variable proportions, you can increase the output in a short period. It is the main duty of organizer. Keeping the inputs less and planning for more output. What is production? Transformation inputs to output. So in this transformation of inputs to outputs, you have to use less of inputs, you have to get more of output. For that, what he do? He keep fixed factors fixed, and he changes only variable factors, and he will try to increase the output. That we are going to discuss tomorrow. But today I will give you the idea of this variable proportion. You already understood in the variable proportion, some factors of production are fixed, some factors of production are variable. Those variable factors we will change, and we try to get more output. To increase the output, you don't need to change all factors. In short period, always I am saying it is in short period. In short period, you can keep some factors fixed. By changing some factors, variable factors, you are trying to get more output with less expenditure. Only you will change labor and raw material, and you will increase the output. In that way, what happens? Fixed factors are not going to be expensive, but only the things which have to be changed, we changed, and output increased, so automatically profit margin also increases. That is the cleverness of an organizer. He has to make such a plan, use less of inputs, get more of output. That is the main duty of the organizer. So let us see the assumptions of this organizer. Assumptions of variable proportions. In the law of variable proportions, we will see these assumptions on which law of variable proportion is going to stand. You have already seen every law have some assumptions. We have seen in DMU, EMU and indifference curve. Here also these are the assumptions for law of variable proportion. This is being supported, proposed and developed mainly by David Ricardo. We will see a lot of David Ricardo. Okay, indestructible powers of the land discussed by David Ricardo. Next, Alfred Marshall. You already know. He is the welfare definition maker. Now, in the assumptions, it belongs to short run, not long run. In long run, all can be changed. Nothing is constant in the long run. All are variables. But in short run, some are fixed, some are variable. Okay, so this theory or analysis belongs to short period. Next, technology is constant. Already I told you, we are not going to change this. This is fixed. Organizer is not going to change. Capital is not, land is not going to change. These are all what? Constant, without any change. Labor is variable factor. Yeah, already we selected that. Labor is going to be changed. We are going to increase. That is the only one which is not constant. Okay, so labor is variable, but a small glitch. That is, labor is homogeneous. They all are alike. It's not like one is very thin, one is very strong, one is bodybuilder, one is 6 feet 5 inches, one is 4 feet 4 inches. It's not like that. They all are homogeneous. They all are alike. Their skills are same, their talent is same, their experience is same, their hard working method is same. So all the efforts and everything is same. Labor is homogeneous. Next we will see different amount of variable fixed factors. we are going to use different quantity of variable factor, that is labor. 1, 2 different quantity, 3, 4 different quantities. We can change variable factors into different quantities, but fixed factors are same quantity. Labor we are going to experiment in different quantities. See, this is the experiment done by the organizer. You have seen that organizer uses different quantities to get maximum output. Okay, next, production can be measured in fixed units or physical units. You can measure in cardinal numbers. Whatever the output comes due to the change of variable factor and keeping the fixed factors, whatever the output comes, that production can be measured in physical units. It's a possible assumption. On these assumptions, this law of variable proportion stands. And tomorrow we are going to discuss this law of variable proportion in detail with the help of table as well as a graph. Okay, with this, today's class is concluded. Tomorrow we will discuss the table and graph. Okay, good day students.